AI is taking over the world, and even in the crypto space, there are projects that are really defying what it means to run AI models in a singular ecosystem. In this video, I'm going to break down the #1 AI altcoin in the cryptocurrency markets, which is Bittensor's TAO token, exactly how it functions, how the value derives towards price appreciation in the future, and how I really do think it is one of the most undervalued tokens in all of crypto. So without further ado, let's jump into it. And before we get started, guys, as always, be sure to drop down below. If you enjoy the content on In the Game, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, always keeping you in the game, no pun intended, with everything you need to win across the crypto markets in 2026. And of course, a big shout out to our sponsors here on In the Game. We have some incredible sponsors: Blowfin, Gravity, ZK Sync, 𝗘𝗏, 𝗂𝗏. Today, I just want to give a big shout out to Gravity. If you need a place to trade on chain, maybe you don't want to deal with centralized exchanges, you can actually trade on one of the best decentralized exchange perps decks on the entire blockchain with Gravity. Gravity has hundreds of pairs for you to trade every single day, and you can actually take a look over the last 24 hours. They have done $1.5 billion in volume. The best part about it is I believe users of Gravity will get a nice airdrop whenever this token goes live. So if you like to trade and you like free money, this is a potential play for you. So check out Gravity down below in the description. Let's go ahead and dive into the video, guys. As I mentioned, and I mean, if you've been living under a rock, you probably know, and as long as you're not living under a rock, that AI is the hottest thing in the world right now across crypto Twitter, and just Twitter in general. Claude coding right now is like the popular thing. People are vibe coding apps every single day and literally starting to make a SaaS company within hours just utilizing Claude. And you can see here, the AI market is projected to hit $4.8 trillion by 2033. I bet you it gets, even quicker than that at that valuation, just to be honest with you. The way that AI is evolving, I don't even think it's going to take 8 years to hit that $4.8 trillion valuation. But we look here in the sectors of things. You can see blockchain in 2033 is, projected to take about 14% of the AI market share, which is massive. And I think if you are a crypto bull, you have to start looking out for opportunities as to which tokens should be in your potential long-term portfolio to take advantage of this. And in my opinion, you would have to take a look at the one that is basically the closest thing to Bitcoin's functionality utilizing AI, which is OpenTensor's Bittensor TAO. Now, I would advise you, I'm not going to play the volume on this video, but I would advise you go watch this video on their Twitter. It really reminds me of those deep thought-provoking Coinbase ads. Like, whoever did this for Bittensor TAO really killed it on this video, just kind of going over exactly what Bittensor is and what is the value prop behind it. We look across the board here and we see all these different AI tokens in the market, but right now, and Bittensor's up 22% on the week, which is very nice to see. You can actually see the same tokenomic structure as which one? Bitcoin. So 21 million TAO. Currently, about half of those are in circulation. There are no VC tokens, no official token unlocks. So there are not insiders on this coin. This is not going to be a crazy diluted token. In fact, they just had their halving cycle. So every 4 years, just like Bitcoin, OpenTensor's Bittensor TAO actually goes through a halving where mining rewards are cut in half. So this is very bullish for the long-term appreciation of the TAO token. So if you are bullish on AI, you probably want to dig into what exactly does TAO do. And we asked AI itself, might as well utilize AI when we're talking about an AI token, to break down the core principles of what is Bittensor and exactly how does it work. So just coming through here, it is a decentralized blockchain protocol for AI. So instead of one company hosting and controlling AI models like a cloud server, Bittensor connects many AI models into a peer-to-peer network. So this is very bullish. They kind of work as, and I was going to say, kind of like a AI hub on chain, but you can see here the Internet of AI decentralized marketplace. So right now there's three main roles of TAO, which are rewards. You can contribute and stake your TAO on different subnets underneath the Bittensor ecosystem and earn rewards. You can also give computing power or validation services and earn TAO access. So users pay TAO to access or use AI outputs from the network. And if you are unfamiliar, there are hundreds of subnets. In fact, I believe it's 128 to be exact. And you can see here some of these different things. Serverless AI compute program. We have an AI software replacing human coders. Autonomy unbridled by Interference Labs. We have making every camera intelligent. Sports Tensor, beating the odds through collective intelligence. So you can see the different types of products underneath Bittensor TAO, and there are 128 unique AI subnets underneath Bittensor TAO. We can also see here that holders can vote on protocol changes and decisions about how the network evolves. So these all run on subnets. So these AI models underneath Bittensor utilize TAO's technology and have their own AI infrastructures all running on Bittensor TAO, which gives that value accrual to the TAO token. So miners and validators run the network, and we can see here Bittensor is aiming to democratize AI, making it accessible, open, and not controlled by large corporations. A lot of people kind of term Bittensor as if you want to consider it, I wouldn't say it's a ChatGPT open AI type of thing, but it is up there with a lot of these different AI protocols in the stock market. Like, it is just as viable, and don't just take it from me. And as I mentioned, there's 21 million TAO, just like Bitcoin's supply cap. TAO rewards decrease after halving events. We just had a halving event, which I'll talk about my long-term price prediction here for Bittensor TAO. But I think that this latest halving is going to send it to a different level than we have seen before. And just look across the board. I'm not the only one who thinks that Bittensor TAO is the future of AI crypto. We can see here, and NVIDIA's CEO Jensen Huang was speaking just the other day, and he said Bitcoin mining is taking excess energy and storing it into a new form. It is called currency, and you take that currency wherever you like. You took energy from one place, and now you've transported it everywhere. And Grayscale, one of the biggest investment managers in the world, transfer that energy, compress it into an AI model, take that model all over the place to use it. That is Bittensor TAO. Bittensor TAO is real and available now. Also, it has the institutional interest. There are many different ETF filings pending, but right now Bittensor TAO has its own Grayscale trust trading on Grayscale, and this thing is up 270% since Christmas, which is crazy to see. We can see here 𝗔𝗃𝗏 is just absolutely crushing it over this time period here, 270% on the Bittensor trust. And there's a lot of people on crypto Twitter. TAO will probably outperform the top 50 as long as the market goes up. I certainly agree with that. This guy here saying TAO will hit 5 digits. We'll talk about that. I don't like price predictions in general. I think that that is how you get caught being a moon boy and bag holding too long. However, I will give my conservative price target this year on TAO here in just a few minutes. We see here, TAO holder from 340 to 750 to 135. I've never held a crypto with this much conviction. It is genuinely different and more useful. We also see here, I believe many TAO subnets will provide life-changing returns. So you can see, you can get involved with all of these different subnets here, and a lot of these are performing insanely well, 534%, 450%. So right now, inside the TAO ecosystem, there is a little bit of a mini bull run. People are excited after the halving. Halvings typically do really well for price action on Bitcoin, and I think we will see this translate to Bittensor TAO. So let's just take a look at the long-term chart here on TAO, and let's just try to provide some short-term targets. But on top of that, where do we see Bittensor TAO going in the long term? Trying to keep this video pretty quick and concise. The way you can look at Bittensor TAO is the all-in-one AI layer for crypto. I mean, projects go to Bittensor TAO to build AI models on their network and distribute it underneath the subnets. 𝗏𝗔𝗄𝗃 powers it all. So this is just like the go-to AI computing processor of the cryptocurrency and blockchain landscape. So all-time highs on 𝗏𝗔𝗄𝗃 currently, we hit those in March of 2024, which AI tokens at that time were performing extremely well. I mean, we had an AI crypto bull run at that point in time. We see here $725 as of March 6, 2024. Now, we did also see a push up at the end of 2024 to about 685. And then earlier this year, we actually saw mid 500s before we had a pretty market-wide collapse. After October 10th's liquidation event, the market really went through a struggle. Bitcoin went from 126K down into the $80,000 levels, and 𝗏𝗔𝗄𝗃 was actually climbing quite nicely from 312 all the way up to 550, and then it did end up taking a hit with the rest of the market. I genuinely think if the liquidation event hadn't happened and crypto kept its momentum, that 𝗏𝗔𝗄𝗃 probably would have eclipsed its all-time highs back here from March of 2024 at $725. I think, genuinely, first and foremost, of all blue chip cryptos, now let's just go look at the broader scale AI market. We see Near Protocol, Render. Those are probably, and also artificial superintelligence. I would say those are the closest competitors. However, 𝗏𝗔𝗄𝗃 is the highest valuation of all of these projects. It's even bigger than Near Protocol, which I think years ago, people would have not thought that that would be the case. We go look at just general crypto, blue chips. You know, we have XRP. I think XRP can do very well long-term as far as multiples go. I mean, it's like a government layer if you look at it. So I do think XRP has a promising future. I love Hyperliquid. There's a lot here that I think can do multiples. But I think as far as a blue chip crypto project, you know, top 100 AI, which is the #1 narrative in the world, I think the ROI potential on something like 𝗏𝗔𝗄𝗃 is maybe more than anything else in the top 50, top 100. And genuinely, I think that if crypto can show some momentum this year, let's say around midterms, Donald Trump comes through, kind of pumps crypto a little bit because that was part of his agenda that won him the election. I mean, everyone in crypto land voted for Trump. I mean, not everyone, I'm not going to say that, but a lot of people voted for Trump because of his rhetoric behind crypto. And if he starts pumping Bitcoin again around the midterms for his approval rating, then all of a sudden you're going to start to see some altcoins like 𝗏𝗔𝗄𝗃 and other blue chips start to move upwards. I think genuinely we could see $750 to $1,000 this year on 𝗏𝗔𝗄𝗃 if we do end up seeing a little bit of good movement on Bitcoin. So my conservative price target is new all-time highs, $750. But I do think that this is a 4-digit token. I think that this price prediction here is a little bit too bullish for now. Maybe in the long term with Bitcoin's tokenomics, you know, future halving cycles, because that's like a 40x from here. That's going to be hard. But I think really $1,000 price target for TAO is probably super conservative, and a lot of TAO bulls who watch this will probably say the same thing. But I like a conservative target over a moon boy target. It keeps us realistic. And I mean, I'm not even looking to take any profits on 𝗏𝗔𝗄𝗃 until we do see new all-time highs at least. But I really do think that this is a 4-digit token in the short term, maybe not a 5-digit token like TAO Outsider here says, but I do think $1,000 is super realistic, especially if the market conditions improve in the slightest. I mean, over the weekly time period, we already see a 25% move up from these 218 levels up as high as 295. So right now, super bullish on what's happening in the 𝗏𝗔𝗄𝗃 ecosystem. I do think it is by far the best AI crypto project in the entire space. And if you want to try to bet on the OpenAI, the NVIDIA of the crypto space, I think that you have to look no further than 𝗏𝗔𝗄𝗃. And I would not be surprised to see this trading above $1,000 in the next 12 to 18 months. So guys, like the video down below if you enjoyed the content. Do you want me to do more breakdowns on what exactly certain tokens do in the crypto space? I would love to do a full-blown series explaining to you the blue chip altcoins and exactly how they function, tokenomics, what's the value accrual, and really it breaks down to what should you hold in your portfolio in the crypto niche. So guys, like the video down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. As always, trade responsibly, play well, my friends, and stay bullish, my friends.